Hey guys, welcome to my first TFT video. Hopefully there'll be many more to come. This one's going to be mainly about transitioning and a little bit about econ, so let's get right into it. So obviously first you're going to have to pick a first starting item. I grabbed this Lulu because of the recurve bow. Everybody knows that's your go-to. It's the best item to grab when you start off. A quick runner-up is Negatron. I personally really like it a lot. It goes into Curse Blade, Disarm, Bloodthirster, Zephyr, as well as Dragon's Claw. All those really good items that you're going to need. So, and then a third place runner-up, Tier, Needlessly Large Rod, and BF Sword. So I'm going to quickly just skip through these opening rounds, just looking for pairs and synergies, really. Level 2s and the likes. I end up being able to pick up a Lucian here for Gunslinger. That's obviously real good, and we do have the items for Curse Blade, and on Gunslingers, obviously that's really good, so we end up picking that up, and that's where our journey does start. So, heading from here, we're just doing our first few fights. I'm going to skip quickly through them, but show you that I am picking up some early units, just pairs and stuff. Anything that's good, pikes, Garens, those are all really great. Gunslingers like Graves for the early game, obviously pretty good. And really just looking for all those pairs that we're supposed to be looking for. So we're about to hit the carousel here. And obviously I have that BF Sword and Chain Vest. I believe I have to look back because I don't remember. And yeah, so we're in first, so pickings are slim. You can only really get what you are left with. And I really do actually like Spear of Sojin. It provides a variety of what we can go into, because right now we're just two gunslingers rather, and grabbing this tier and getting that spear is going to enable us to possibly go into a sorcery route, or what we do luckily pick up here is rangers. So I'm going to quickly go through our first couple of fights, just sticking with gunslingers and using that spear on Lucian, knowing that I'm going to eventually get rid of him. So knowing that I'm not going to need any more Lucians, I'm not going to be picking him up. We got pretty lucky here by picking up 7 Rangers and about 3 rerolls. Normally, your transition is going to go a lot slower. Reason being is if you have a better early game, you're going to have a lot more level 2s, and so swapping them out for the comp you're trying to transition to is not going to be as easy, because you want the units on board to have the same power as the units off board. So we obviously had our level 2 Vayne, our level 2 Varus, and our level 1 Ashe. We swapped we swapped our Trist out for our level 2 Vayne. Obviously they are the same power, so that's an okay swap there. As well as we leveled up to put the Varus in. So we're really not losing pretty much any power at all. We're losing that Curse Blade this round, but I do end up selling the Trist and putting the Curse Blade onto Ashe, sorry. We end up leveling up after this round and putting the Curse Blade on Ashe. So now we have our 3 Rangers, 3 Nobles, and a Lulu there helping us out. These next 3 rounds don't go that well for us due to the fact that Fiora is pretty weak, so I'm going to skip right over them and go to the next carousel. So here, we're going to do something that you should never do pretty much, and it's prioritize a champion over an item. Obviously, this is the time where you can pick any item you want. Unfortunately, the only 4 that are left are 3 Chain Vests and 1 Spatula. Now, the Spatula is key in these Rangers comps because you want to turn one of the other Rangers into a Glacial. So that way Ashe and another Ranger are Glacial, and then maybe you have 2 more Glacials in there, making a total of 4 Glacials. That is really important, as it gives your Glacials a 30% chance to stun instead of a 20% chance to stun. So that's very important, but I obviously picked up the Kindred here due to the fact that she is our 4th Ranger, and the 4th Ranger buff is that extra 65% chance to gain double attack speed versus the 25% chance, so a whole 40% chance to attack twice as fast. I'm not going to pass that up, and so I end up grabbing this Kindred. Now you're going to see us start to econ here. At the start of these rounds, we had 23, now we're up to 31. We end up losing this one to Gunslinger Assassins. We go up to 39. I end up selling a Lulu, going to 41 gold here. And because we're not on a win streak or a loss streak, we're just going to get the natural 9 gold from these wolves. As you can see, I also now have these 3 items sitting here. They're not that great, but I do end up picking up a brand. Now you can see where we're going to make our second transition. Obviously, this Lulu's just kind of been sitting here, holding the line, like helping our guys out. I don't really want to level up just yet because I'm at 40 gold. I don't want to lose this econ, and I am at 69 health, and that's putting us at the top of the board right now, so we can take some punishment. So we're going to go into this next fight and decide our move after it, because we might still be strong, we don't know. And we get obliterated by Assassin Gunslingers yet again. So after that awful defeat, we know we got to make a change, we got to do something here. So with the gold we get, we go back up to 50. We luckily pick up our level 2 Lysandra, which motivates me to level up and get this Elementalist Ranger build going. So now we have, hopefully, our Lysandra tanking as well as our new found Daisy Golem pet. They have had to nerf Elementalist twice now. Daisy went from 3,000 health down to 2,200. We skipped over these next few fights again. We won one, lost the other. No big deal, really. We're still now in the top 2 after only losing 1 fight. And I'm going to be honest here, guys. I panicked a little bit. I saw that MF. I kind of wanted it. This guy was hovering around it, and he just barely got it for me, and I panicked, and I picked Cho'Gath. But, as Bob Ross would say, it's happy little accidents, because we end up having an extra chain vest, and I go, you know what? We don't have a tank, I'm going to just give Kindred Thornmail. What's the worst that happens, you know? And if you watch from here out, Kindred will always get an ult now. And these next few games, really, we just end up mopping up the board pretty much, just killing everybody. Our comp really comes together. Daisy being the tank we really needed. Lysandra also, you know, with those self ults, really helping us out as well. And we're basically just holding on until we get to this item round, because we've got, you know, Redemption here, Frozen Heart, Red Buff. It's kind of awkward. We really want to save that Giant Spell to make somebody into a Glacial, but I want to see what we get first. As well as, if you've been paying attention, you'll notice we just got our level 2 Ashe. So, you know, we got lucky in the early game, but we didn't get another Ashe until round 4-6, and we got our first Ashe at around round 2-4. So, not really that lucky. Anyways, from here out, I give Ashe a lot of on-hit abilities. So basically, 9 out of 10 of Ashe's auto attacks will be either silencing, stunning, or shrinking. She has a 90% chance to have an on-hit effect happen right here, so she's going to be popping off, shrinking, silencing, all that good stuff. They just buffed Hush, I believe. I think it went from 30% chance to silence to now 50, so I think it's a pretty decent item if, you know, you're pretty much forced to go it if that's what happens. And here we end up picking up the level 3 Van, so now I know I really want that Glacial buff on her. We're looking for level 3 Kennen, and I end up picking up Gnar and Mord here just as, like, you know, possible frontline people. Real quick, I hate Phantom. Don't do it. It's not worth it. If you can just slap it in because you got a free unit or something, sure. But I feel like it's one of the weakest, if not the weakest, classes slash, you know, passives to have. It just doesn't work out that well. Moving from there, we see a Sedge. We sell the Gnar for it. Grab her, as we want the Glacial to be the main focus now. We want to be able to stun more and more here. So obviously we're looking for that Spatula. Boom. There's 2 of them. We need 1, and we end up grabbing it. So now we're going to turn Vayne into a Glacial. That'll be 3 out of 4. And as we have been econing, you will see that we just level up here and throw in the Braum. And now we are at 4 Glacials, 4 Rangers, 3 Elementalists, 2 Demons, and 1 Ninja. If you notice here, our Kennen actually just stuck in the corner, not doing anything. This game was the closest one towards the end, but we ended up beating him with 5 units on board. We end up picking up the Volibear here. If you didn't know, Volibear actually has more armor than Braum in this game mode, and Braum has more attack speed than Volibear. Kind of weird, but just a little tidbit of information for you. So then we end up picking up the Demon buff from this dragon. Our opponent, I believe, has a Renains, which is, you know, it's alright, but it's not great. And so we end up picking this Demon buff up, and I end up putting on Volibear as his Chain Lightning ultimate does proc it. So the possibility to just burn a shitload of mana off your enemies, real good. And yeah, we end up not killing this guy right away. But again, because we've been econing so well, I actually am able to get to level 9 this round. Or not this round, the next round. And we pick up a Yasuo and throw him in just for fun. As our army just kind of wrecks this guy. So I appreciate you guys hanging around to the end of the video if you have. Hopefully we'll do more. There'll be like a face cam and everything. I kind of just threw this one together because I haven't really had any videos out in a while, and I wanted to get you guys something on TFT. I've been playing a decent amount. I don't think I've even played like 100 games of it, but I just hit Gold 1 today, and I've been really enjoying the game mode. I think it's a lot of fun, and I hope to see you guys hanging out at the streams, or at least on the YouTube channel. Just, you know, keep giving me feedback on these videos. This one's probably a little scuffed, and I know that, but it will be better quality as I put out more. So thank you and enjoy your day.